Alright, so starting off the day, we just went to go get a cart. Got here super early up in the morning, right when they opened up, so there's a big line of people. My Goodwills are usually pretty packed, so there's usually a bunch of people around. That's usually why I don't talk whenever I'm just there at the thrift, just because there's so many people around. So my thought process kind of going into the thrift, the first place you want to go to is definitely the jackets or the jeans or the shoes. Those are like the three places that you can find a lot more things that are worth more money. So first thing I do is go through this row, and I'm kind of looking at the shoes, and there wasn't really anything today. A lot of the shoes are kind of worn, or they were like just models that didn't sell. Tell me if I missed anything here, but I don't think I did. I'm pretty sure they were all just regular shoes. Nothing that I'd really pick up that would like sell fast in the store. There's that pair of like Vans with the flames on it. It's an okay bread and butter, but I don't like getting any shoes that are like under a certain price. So coming up here, this Bobcats jacket was super nice. Unfortunately, it was really getting ripped on itself. So you know I couldn't pick it up. Vans, hoodie going through. So right now I'm just looking for jackets. This one was nice. It was actually a vintage Nike jacket. It has this packable hood on it, size medium. I'm guessing it's like 80s or 90s. Gray and red. Is it? I think it's 80s. I think I'm like 90% sure. I still have to do a little bit of research. Patagonia hoodie. Patagonia always sells really good for me. Just kind of looking to see if it's like a modern style code or not. Looks good to me, so I put it in. $8. From here, it's about just like looking around, seeing if I like notice any good brands, if anything like feels good. There's a lot of basic stuff here. Nothing that I'd really pick up. Really good pickup right here. There's a Polo full zip hoodie. Unfortunately, it's a size small, but still the full zip Polo hoodies do really good. You want to check condition on those though. Any item like Polo and the higher end ones, if they have a little bit too much wear, you're gonna have to leave them, just because people that look for that brand don't really want something that's too trash. Kind of switching over to the other side, just taking a look around. It was just stacked with jackets. So I thrift in Texas, and here it only gets cold for like maybe 2 months out of the year. So a lot of the times the jacket section is just like really packed with a bunch of jackets. I picked up 2 of these last week, and I guess they just brought this one out this day or the day before. It's a FootJoy Dry Joys jacket. Never heard of this one before. Tell me if I missed out. Definitely an interesting one. I'm still looking for some of the higher end like wool items, if I find any here. This one was kind of interesting. It wasn't, unfortunately it was modern. I thought it was vintage when I got it, but it ended up being modern. Just checking that everything's in frame. I've had problems with that before. This one's kind of on the fence about. Unfortunately, it had stains, but it's kind of like that tennis design that's doing really good right now. tennis, like looking aesthetic kind of sweaters really sell really good right now. It's really in style. This one's interesting. I'm not really looking to get any of the sports stuff unless it's new with tags right now. Thought this one was actually LL Bean, but it ended up being Chaps, so I had to put it back. This sweatshirt, that grandpa one, I've actually seen at least like 4 or 5 times this year. I don't know if it's this. I don't think it's the same one. I think it's just like probably they sold it somewhere and a bunch of people bought it. But I have seen that sweatshirt around a lot of times. Tap Out's a really good brand right now, but unfortunately this one was just kind of plain. If it was some kind of like gothic look to it or some kind of grunge, I'd probably pick it up. Nike Pinwheel, pretty nice, but yeah, I don't know, it's just not something that I'd pick up. So many jackets in here. Just kind of looking through to see what there is, but it's a lot of the jackets here are just basic, like Old Navy, different brands, Craft and Burrow. Not really something that I can pick up. Athletica that somebody threw in the dryer. This one was interesting. It was like a knit, some kind of hockey knit hoodie. I think it's actually out of season, so I didn't pick it up. But tell me if I missed out on that one. I didn't really research it. I'm just like guessing off of, what time it is of the year. Looking through the jeans, not really finding much. I think we end up picking up one jean here. Let's see. It might have been in this section. Pair of 511s. Some people have really good luck with it, but I don't. This one, it has a paper tag, so you know that it's probably vintage. It's actually it's a 550, but the size tag on it, the numbers on the back, I can't really date it just because of how they're set up. It's from Canada too. I'm guessing it's like 90s or maybe early 2000s. Gonna have to look at it a little closer. South Pole, but unfortunately it's like the skinny fit, which isn't really in style right now. some weatherproof pants, a couple just basic pants all around here. Old Navy, Gap. At this point, I haven't been to this thrift in like 2 weeks, so I'm looking at the two colors that are most recent, which I think is yellow and purple. I think it's yellow and purple. So I'm just kind of the other ones, like the orange and all that, I'm just going past. Yellow and purple are kind of what I'm placing. I think purple is the new one for this week. Sometimes you kind of get lucky and you find like a good jean in the middle of all these. But unfortunately today we're not so lucky, and all these jeans just end up being kind of basic. Not really enough meat on the bone for me to make any money on them. So we're gonna move on. And they're also stocking up everything right here. I actually went on a Tuesday, I think. Let me think. Yeah, Tuesday. So I went on a Tuesday and I came here. Shorts, another really solid. Sometimes I'll come up here and there'll be like Gymshark, Lululemon shorts. Maybe one day I'll come here and there'll be like Viore shorts too. Unfortunately today isn't really the day where I'm gonna find anything in the shorts section, because all these shorts, you can see that they're just kind of basic, like Magellan shorts. So we're gonna go through the short section really quick. I actually only do like maybe half of the short section or a little bit past, just because after like size 36, so after size 36, I don't really pick up any shorts higher than that, unless it's for personal. But higher than that, they don't really sell that well for me. This one's kind of interesting. Didn't really have a good sell-through rate, but the quality on it was pretty good. It's always better if you're there just to, if you find something that you kind of like the feel of, or you feel like the quality on it's pretty good, just put it in the cart and just search it up. It doesn't cost that much, and when you search it up, you'll definitely think about that next time that you pick up the same item, and that way you won't be wasting time. So here I'm just kind of looking through, seeing tags. These academics ones, they're kind of baggy, but they're kind of, I don't know, I don't do too good with any of the camo stuff that's too baggy. I'll usually only pick it up if it's new with tags. Some board shorts. Is it bare bottoms? And it's not. It's Magellan. Sometimes you come through here and you'll get like 3 chubby shorts all in a row, maybe some Viore or something, but you always have to be on the lookout for them. Always kind of have to look through, and you never know where you're gonna find them. Sometimes some of these shorts, they're kind of, you know, good. These Led Zeppelin ones are interesting. I've sold the Nirvana ones, but they just take so long to sell that I don't pick them up and I don't bother. It's maybe like a $20 sale, but you're gonna have it in your shop for like 8 months, 7 months. Made in USA. Some of the Adidas and Nike shorts that are made in USA and vintage you can pick up, but unfortunately those were made in Mexico, I think. So as you can see, it's pretty slow. There's probably been a bunch of people just coming through here. I think this week I went in and it was just a couple of days after they had their Saturday sale. Every Saturday, the first Saturday of the month, they have half off, and people will come in and they'll literally just like get anything off the racks just because at half off it's a deal. I don't blame them either, but some of them get good deals, and I've gone in before and I've gotten really good brands half off. But that means unfortunately that's, you know, it's a little low on stock this week. A little pro tip is before that half off sale, if you go a couple days before, they'll usually have a good amount of stuff that people are just waiting to go get off on that Saturday. They're gonna come back and try to get it, and if you can actually score before then, you'll get it. So it's a good idea to kind of check it out beforehand. Just kind of looking through at the brands, nothing really catches my eye, and unfortunately we're like halfway, maybe a little bit farther through the racks. So we're about done searching through this one. I'm just searching up something real quick. And it's a no-go. Getting a little desperate and getting a little too deep in the rack. At this point, we're like at the size 38-30, and it's not really looking like it's gonna give anything interesting. This one I didn't really search it up just because the zippers on it weren't really a brand. They're kind of generic. $5.11 board shorts. If it was summer, these would just be like flying off the shelf. I think last time the $5.11 board shorts in summer had like, it was crazy. It was like a 300% sell-through rate, I think, if I remember right. Wrangler vintage shorts. I picked these up kind of to check them out just because to me they were pretty nice, but I couldn't really find enough sales on it to justify taking it. There's a couple brands in here that I see all the time that are just kind of basic. So at this point, I'm just kind of trying to look through, just because usually I'll find like 1 or 2 shorts in here, but today just wasn't a good day for shorts. But when it's not a good day for shorts, you definitely want to go check out other sections. So it's always good to be a little knowledgeable about every section. Just know a little bit about shorts, a little bit about jeans, a little bit about like button-ups and stuff. These were a pretty nice pair of Maui and Son shorts. I would have picked those up if they were my size. Okay, so unfortunately we hit something on the way over here. So pretty much my mindset through here is kind of double checking on the shoes, just in case I missed something. These HOVR Under Armours were in really bad condition. You kind of want to look through the side too, just to see if anyone put something back. And here I'm heading into the last section of the men's button-ups. Pretty much just looking for any type of button-ups. Maybe it's a pair, a Johnny O's button up, something like that. Vintage Wrangler shirts. So I'm just going through, and there's a lot of polos, but unfortunately they're like smaller sizes. The bigger size one sells, the smaller size ones don't. I wish I knew a little. I'm gonna kind of get up my knowledge a little more about the Hawaiian shirts. Fortunately, I don't know that much about them. Just seeing what kind of band tee this is. Kind of catches my eye, but it's nothing too interesting. We're just gonna kind of speed through them all. Just looking for any band tees that I pick up. Like some of my top band tees are like Deftones, bands like that. As you can see how I moved over all those racks, there's a lot of space in here. There's definitely space for more stuff. Big Dogs, unfortunately not a good print. Just keep going. Polo Golf, out of season at the moment. I might pick it up if it's maybe on sale and in good condition. So we have a lot of just basic shirts, and it just keeps going on and on. Ariat Tech. I thought this one was interesting enough to take, but unfortunately those stains, I thought those stains on the shirt were actually part of the design, but after looking a little closer, they were actual stains, and I couldn't justify taking it with that kind of condition. Unfortunately, it's just a bad day to go thrifting, but I kind of wanted to show this one just to show sometimes you gotta just keep looking in order to find good items. This one was interesting. It had a nice design. I'm still kind of iffy on if I should have taken it or not. I know the tag looks fake, but I think it's actually vintage. Alright, so it's the middle of the night right now, and I'm just editing the video, and I'm realizing that I actually didn't get the clip of me finding the first one of these. I think it was probably one of these polos. As you guys, I'm gonna try to pick it up. We have like 20 size 3X through 4X polos and button-ups. There's a bunch of different sizes in here. There's like 4XLT, 4XB, 3XB, 3XL, T, 3X, a bunch of different sizes, but any kind of bigger polos, anything that's above 3X, you're kind of going to want to, pick up. Each one of these was like $7, which honestly is a pretty good deal. I'm gonna go over price points a little bit. So I think I could look up the average, but I'm pretty sure it's like $7 and 60 something cents. That was the average for the whole haul, like the cost of goods. So this polo right here, I bought it for $7. It'll sell for at least like 25, 20, something like that. Some of like the striped ones, I'm expecting to get like $30 for. The button-ups, some of them are 35, some of them are 30, depending on what it is. I've even sold some of them upwards of 45 if it's like a really good design. I kind of have to look over them. A couple of them do have stains, but honestly, they're just so little on the market that you can kind of get away with a little bit of staining or fading or a little bit of ripping. Let me see if I can show you guys an example. So these bigger polos, let's see. This one isn't. Well, you can kind of see it. I'm going to try to get it in frame, but it's because usually the people that wear these, they'll wear them and they're kind of a little bit bigger and they'll kind of rip them a little bit over here. As you can see, but just show that in the pictures. Some people tuck in their shirts and it doesn't really affect them as much. You can kind of give them a little bit of a deal, but yeah, I think I'm going to say there's like, so in all with the Nike, the jackets and everything, we went up to 27 items. And I think just on these button-ups and stuff, I think it was like 20 or 21 or something. Different ones. It's definitely a ton of them, as you guys can see. I know it doesn't look like a lot just because I have it stacked, but it's huge. We ended up, I think we paid like $215 for the whole haul. Pretty good haul. Honestly, it's definitely a good amount of work. I'm probably going to end up lotting some of these just to kind of move them a little bit faster. But yeah, I just wanted to show you in the video how sometimes you'll strike out on the jackets, you'll strike out on the jeans, you'll strike out on the shoes, and then you'll kind of just hit, you know, the gold line over there at the button-ups, I guess. Definitely really nice. $7 each, 20, so I'm holding like $140 worth of sourcing here in my hands. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I definitely wanted to show you guys this because I usually don't come up on a bunch of them. I think last year I hit like, I don't know, how many was it? It was like 25 of them, I think, and like half of them were new with tags. But it's pretty rare. Mostly I'll just go and I'll find like 1, 2, 3 of them, and they're always, obviously these are always good sellers. 3x, 4x you kind of want to get, just because 3x and 4x, it's really good bread and butter and maybe a little bit better. The sell-through rate's almost always 100%, and yeah, you just kind of stack them up and somebody will come and offer you a good amount for them. So that's pretty much it for the video. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so if you like the video and you kind of want me to make more, or if you have some kind of advice for, you know, how I can improve a little bit, I'm thinking of starting a little series, probably like a dollar challenge or something. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Tell me if I missed anything in the video too. If you see a brand out there that I don't know, just put it in the comments, because I'm always trying to learn. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Subscribe if you like the video too, and like the video. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye.